All right, time for round 2 of the KKG versus Dream Team match. In this case, KKG is playing attacking side, US side, and the Dream Team is defending. And so we're looking at Dot Golem, we're looking at Dream, we're looking at Gigahertz, they're all on Dream Team, and then we're finally looking at Sepcom. He's the only guy who recorded on KKG, so they're attacking, and the game is about to start, so let's watch this.
Go.
It looks as if Dream is putting some landmines down, sort of on the back side. No, he's on the B side. Dot Golem's pushing up with a tank, as he's the tanker. Gigahertz is doing the same thing, putting landmines down. I don't know about landmines at last round, but they're certainly going landmine heavy this time around, putting landmines all around that far eastern side. Same time, Sepcom pushing up on that far right side, that sort of western side, that area where the APC can push you up. It's real risky. And he gets a kill. And they're starting to make a push, avoiding A outright and going for B. While he pushes, we have Gigahertz, who got some kills and gets a back hit on the APC as it pushes in forward. We have Dot Golem trying to fight some dudes. The Sepcom's there just trying to get around. But uh-oh, look what Sepcom did. He is already going back to C, and so he's making a hard push. And it looks like one of his guys are down, so they may spawn on him. Same time, Dot Golem is pushing back a bit. He is now pushing back to the C area because he knows that they're there capping him. Sepcom is running away from it as fast as he can because he knows Dot Golem is there. But Gigahertz also there, watching that corner side. When Sepcom tries to push that up, it is very difficult, and Sepcom goes down. Going back, Gigahertz still at C. He is clearing it out. Dot Golem also at C, trying to clear it out. Dream also at C, trying to clear it out. So they did a real big push. Dream Team really focused back on C because they didn't want their back cap. Sepcom is now pushing up with KKG on to A. And it looks like they got A. So even though that they were unsuccessful in pushing up on C, KKG was still managed to counter it by taking A, and that's better than nothing. It's better than not getting anything. And so good on them. And now Dot Golem is pushing back towards B and towards A. Dream is watching that far western flank and just peeking it out. Sepcom is also there. Where is he? He looks like he's near Arches. Oh yeah, he's near Arches. And he sees a guy on the far east side. Maybe we'll go for the revive. Let's find out. He gets a revive and then he runs. He runs away. But and he's still looking for that guy. He gets some shots on him. Nothing. Oh, they got a kill assist, so they got something. That's good. But look, Dream is already in the big building, and they get a double RPG on that tank as it aggressively pushes up. The repair guy goes out, but he goes down from the Abrams tank. And Dot Golem is going to have to react there quickly in order to take that tank out. And so Dot Golem takes a hit from RPG, but takes down the enemy AT guy. Sees the enemy tank, takes a hit on him. He's running infrared, so he can see things better. Gigahertz is also sort of in the B area, and Dream is also supporting Dot Golem, putting a rocket into the enemy tank, but then goes down by that canister shot. Going by to KKG's perspective, Sepcom is now pushing up into big building. Now, Dream or Gigahertz was up there previously, but not anymore. And while Sepcom now has this position and gets on the tent area, he sees two dudes, and he gets a double kill. Looking good. Looking good. But, despite getting the double kill, Dream is on A. He grays it out, and so Sepcom really has to get back there if he wants to be able to take anything out there. And that's what he's doing. He's getting on A. He's going to clear it out. He gets a kill. He kills him out. He's able to get it back again. So that was good. Gigahertz is being real aggressive and pushing up into A, trying to get the flanks around, so when they do put guys on A, they can cover it around. Dot Golem the same, watching the main road, trying to stop vehicles from pushing in. And yeah, and Sepcom is there. It looks like he has less than 10. Yep, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, there's a grenade. Is he going to run? He takes a little bit of damage, but he gets that med pack out. Don't want to get too early, but he goes down. He goes down. And Dream is being preemptive. He's putting more landmines down around the B section. Gigahertz is They're on A, trying to push it back, but trying to get the back flank, but goes down to, looks like to an engineer gun. And going to, oh, I missed that. Looks like Subcom and Dream traded, so they're both dead, going back to Golem's perspective. And he's still looking around. See, look at all those little indicators. Those are all landmines. They're just landmine the shit out of this. They don't want they want to increasing that time it takes for the vehicles to get through, even though that the vehicles take out the enemy landmines. Going to Gigahertz's perspective, he is peeking down. He sees a hit on the tank. Did he get it? I don't think he got it, but he almost got killed because his friend was in the way. Dream looks and sees backside. Uh-oh, they are pushing around the back. Not good. Not good at all, but did they take all of them out? We don't know. Going back to Gigahertz, he is now again holding that far east position, getting AT hits. He's using the AT rocket aggressively against infantry. He sees more dudes. He gets a kill. Looking good. Subcom is back though. He is going to counter, and he kills Big Mac. He gets a res. But they're getting hit from something. They're getting hit by something. Oh! And Duck Golem is pushing over them as well. Is he going to see arches? I don't know. Subcom is still getting the revives. Oh, and he sees a guy and he goes down. Brett takes him out. Now, Dream is doing a real good job right now. They have all 3 points. They had the bleed on it, but Dream broke his leg. He's out of commission on that one. Going to Gigahertz's stream on this. Let's see what he's doing. He is, again, trying to hold that east position, but goes down. Going back to Subcom, back on A. Subcom has been on A on round 1. He's now on A on round 2. Doing a good job. Gets a kill and gets back on flag in order to cap it out. So hopefully he can get it and then get 1 point. The tickets right now look to be 160 to 70 or something around those lines. So not KKG needs to get a majority of the points here because they're bleeding out right now. Going to Gigahertz's position, he is at what looks to be sort of the eastern side of A, and is looking around, sees his old buddy Duck Golem there. Duck Golem is just going back and forth. He's just going back and forth. He doesn't need to be in a certain position for too long. He just needs to go back and forth because he's just trying to provide some good persuade. And Subcom goes down to Dream, or to Gigahertz, but Gigahertz also goes down to someone. Going to Dream's perspective, he's going up to one of the side buildings and going to Duck Golem. Duck Golem takes a hit, but he's still doing good. He can still get around there. Gigahertz pushing up on far east side. Again, wants to get into a good position, putting landmines down, a lot of landmines, and maybe even get a shot on the AT. Again, landmines are to kill the vehicles or just to delay them, because if you can delay them, you have more time to shift your resources to where they're pushing. Going back to Subcom, guess where he is again? He's on A yet again. Try to get that point. Man, he's aggressive. That's good. You need to be aggressive to get those points. They have the point. They still have the bleed, though, but they have 1 point. It's better than nothing. Dream is going up to the B side to make sure it doesn't get it. But guess what? Gigahertz is back on A, contesting it yet again. He still has about 15 seconds until he gets it, and so he still has to wait there for quite some time. And in Subcom, where's he going? He sees his friendly tank pushing up on the far east side to a B push. Subcom sees that there's guys on A and is trying to get some picks, but he sees one guy on the ladder, takes him out, looking good. But Gigahertz is still there. He needs to get some kind of of hit on him. And Subcom takes out Gigahertz, but it's grayed out. They need to get some guys there in order to cap it out completely. And as you can see, Subcom wiping some dudes, looking real good. Wow. But they need to get some guys on there. And when you have Duck Golem shifting back and forth between A and B, and Subcom being a medic, it's going to be hard. They got to get something on there. And that's what he's doing. Subcom sees a guy jumping. He gets a few good picks on him. That would have been really cool if he would have killed him while he's flying. But he finishes him off. That's all you got to do. So Subcom looks like he's pushing to B or to big building, all the while that Duck Golem is fighting dudes on C, because guess what? They got some KKG got some guys on back C, and that's why they shifted back. Dream is again on that far east side and goes down as well. This actually turned the tides for KKG. If KKG can get the C point, they're going to be in a much better position. And it looks like there's KKG guys on B as well, and that's what it is. It's Subcom. Subcom goes down to the enemy tank. Doc Golem takes him out. Gigahertz also providing support and throwing rockets. Doc Golem there as well, just trying to clear it out, trying to find dudes maybe in a little pool area. But Gigahertz goes down. But guess what? Doc Golem's still here. He's still fighting it, and yeah, it looks as if Dream sees that there's enemy enemy infantry there, and so throws some grenades and stuff. Actually, it's an enemy APC, it looks like. And you'll notice that Doc Golem is sort of playing in that ramp, so he can pivot back and forth and not take as much damage. And so he's still there, he's still alive. He hasn't died yet in this entire game. Subcom holding this position, takes out Brett, and sees two guys and gets a double kill. Subcom looking good there. Looking real good, but goes down to the enemy tank. Doc Golem was there just waiting for him. Again, that entire facade's all exposed. It's very easy to see. Now, it looks as if that Dream thinks that there's guys on top of that giant B building, and he is preemptively RPGing it, because when you blow up the top part of that roof, it actually collapses, not just a foot or so inside, but about 4 or 5 feet. KKG is back on Subcom. He's in the big building, but it is over. It is down. Final ticket score was well within the 100 digits. I didn't see what it was exactly, but I want to say it was pretty high. So nonetheless, though, pretty intense analysis. But Dream wins over KKG really well on the defense. And so all that being said, let's go into some analysis of what happened. All right, and that's the end of round 2. Dream Team over KKG. 130-0 round 2. That makes a 2-0 Dream Team over KKG when looking at both rounds. So what do we see on that map that was sort of different? How was it that Dream Team was able to sort of keep them held? And take in mind this graphics now, right? It's other way around. So I'm actually going to modify it in real time. So second round was actually Team KKG. Oh my goodness, that went all bonkers. And it's versus Dream Team. Again, we're talking about let's make it a little bigger. There you go. Yeah, we're talking about round 2 here, not round 1. So I'm gonna align. Nope, align middle. No, I want to align center, and I want to align that center. I got to make this all looking pretty. There you go. And let's bring it down a bit just so we can see everything. There you go. So, round 2, Team KKG was attacking, Dream Team was defending. I had talked about at the last video that they had to hold sort of this area right here. And to me, looking at round 1, looking at round 2, the biggest difference, the reason why Dream Team was able to win the second round by a large margin, was because they were able to hold this line. Now, they did things a bit differently, though. If you watch the video again, look at Doc Golem's perspective, you see sort of these blue Christmas lights all sort of spread out amongst the the scenery. Well, those aren't Christmas lights. What they are a shit ton of landmines. In fact, there had to have been 25 to 30 landmines down, which means that more than half their team was putting landmines down. I saw landmines down here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, even at B. There were landmines everywhere. Everywhere. Now, Team KKG isn't stupid. It's not like they have bad vehicle players. They have good vehicle players. Good vehicle players are going to run infrared or thermals if they don't think they're going to get hit by javelins. And as we saw, there wasn't much javelin going on. So they're running thermals. They can easily see the enemy landmines and can kill them really, really easily. Just take a shot or two. The issue is, though, the mere presence of those landmines make it so that vehicle has to take care of them, or the support crew has to take care of them, and that creates delay. And timing is so important in this game, because if you can even delay those vehicles from pushing up, because remember, U.S. has 2 vehicles, and a tank and an APC. Russia only has 1 tank. And on top of that, an astute reader told me, or watcher or viewer, whatever you want to call it, said that with a T-90 tank, it takes a minute or 60 seconds to respawn. 60 seconds. However, the 2 vehicles on U.S. side, they take 45 seconds. That in of itself is huge. It's huge because the U.S. side can very easily push up. They have 5 different routes, as I mentioned. T-90 has to go all the way around, get away out of there. And so the U.S. side actually has a distance advantage because their vehicles are, the APC is faster than the tank, and they have a straight shot. But on top of that, even when they die, 45 versus 60, and U.S. side gets 2 tanks. Russia side gets 2 tanks, or 1 tank rather. Anyway, let's clear that out. So big advantage on the U.S. side for vehicles. And it makes sense for the Russians to put a bunch of landmines down all around these choke points that I described in the last video. If you put around those choke points, it doesn't deny them, it delays them. And when Russia has all 3 points at the start, the U.S. are bleeding out. And every second that you can delay those vehicles is one more, a couple tickets that they get. For those that don't know, the rule of thumb for bleed rates is that if you have all 3 points, you bleed them through about 3 tickets every second or so. It varies from battlefield to battlefield game, but so if you only have a 2-ticket bleed, or if you have a majority, not a complete majority, but a majority of the points, so if you have A and B but not C or vice versa, you still get a 2-ticket bleed. So that being said, what could they also have done different? What could KKG have done differently? Well, I don't know. I mean, they pushed up on A quite a bit. They had a few really good pushes on C where they got around, and they pushed it hard. But I think the most noteworthy thing was not the fact that they were able to push in and try to take C. It was Dream Team's reaction. Dream Team put a majority of their guys, including their vehicles, all back on C. They all went to it as fast as they could, even to the point where they abandoned A. And Subcom on KKG actually got A back several times because of that. And while those are good tactics to employ on KKG's part, because you want to have the opponent to make decisions which they have to sacrifice something that can lead to an advantage on your end, they still were able to hold B and C. Dream Team was, and as such, they could eventually get back on A, because even though they lost A, they were still putting landmines down and still limiting the kind of movement that the U.S. vehicles could do. And so when Doc Gollum and the tank on Dream Team eventually got back here and started shelling A, he bided his time, and then when they had the opportunity, they got back on A again. They got the cap again. In the end, Dream Team had held majority of the points most of the time, and so they won by a big margin, 113-0. So, nevertheless, though, those are sort of the basic things that I saw. Maybe you guys saw a few things that I missed, or maybe I didn't emphasize enough. So, if you see anything, feel free to comment. Nonetheless, though, thanks for checking this out. I will be doing more of these. I assure you, I like doing these. It's a little time intensive to do it, not from a Shoutcast perspective, but instead from a putting it into the video editor and getting all those things working. It's very laborious, but hopefully, maybe in a month, maybe in a year, they'll put out Battle Recorder, they'll put out a spectator mode, and then I'll have to spend all this time doing this stuff, all the boring, tedious nonsense. Anyway, I will see you guys later, and have a good one.